Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
We'll call him on that next time.
Barr, Giovanini,
Yes.
Packoff,
Yes.
Callis,
Here.
Lee,
Here.
Hicks.
Here.
He's
Oh,
Here.
he's talking. I know he's here. Bradshaw,
here.
Clark, Gaber,
Here.
Willie.
Here.
Thank you. Being the first meeting of the month, I have duties to being the Civic Center Authority. No business before the Civic Center Authority. We'll adjourn that meeting. And we'll move on to a presentation from Christy Nash. If you go to the podium, please.
They assured me that I was tall enough that you can see me now. That's all right. Well, what I am here for is to report on the February 28th consolidated primary. We have a contested race in the 3rd ward with Jerry Kauser and Don Hicks. By statute, as the election authority, I am able to go ahead and do some changes that are different than what we normally do with an election. We can go ahead and we can consolidate precincts together, and we can move them to a place where a location where it would be easier to hold the election. In this case, this ward is comprised of all or parts of precincts, 5 precincts, for a total of 1,045 voters. Some of the precincts, one of them has 20 voters that would be eligible. The next one would be 41, 86, 287, and 611. Normally, the consolidated primaries, last time you had one was 2009. And then before that, there was 2007. And there was about a 14% turnout for both of them. So what we were going to do is hold the election at the historic courthouse upstairs in the boardroom or the committee room. And we will have all 5 precincts come in there, and we will have a team of judges. We will have at least one from each precinct, and we will probably have a couple more. It's a cost savings rather than having, like in precinct 1 where there's 20 voters, 5 judges, 3 to 5 at $185. We also pay $75 rent to each one of the precincts, and we have to have 2 machines in each precinct. One would be the scanner and one would be also the touch screen. So by having them and consolidating it, we can handle that upstairs. We'll have 2 touch screens and 1 optical scanner where they would put the ballots in. We would also have the full-size paper ballots for those voters that wish to vote that way. We will be sending out notices to all the households of the registered voters, and we have that. We were working on that today to get that done. Those will be mailed out probably by the end of the week, so people will be notified of that. We will also have our regular legal ads and things that we have to notices we have to put in the newspapers. What else did I have? Grace registration. Well, early voting will also take place for this election, and it starts January 19th. And that takes place in our office. It's every day, and it's from 8 to 4:30, and that continues up through the day before election. And then on election day, we would have grace registration taking place in our office with the precincts upstairs. So if there's any issues with any voters coming in and they're not showing up on the polls or on the rolls, they would be able to come downstairs and we could help them, and we go from there. So let's see. In the consolidated primary, some like the early voting normally would overlap into the consolidated, because the early voting wouldn't be, it would be starting with the consolidated general, which is the April 4th election, while the consolidated primary is just ending. So, and there's a lot of crossover of dates. And the legislators, it's been like this ever since they started early voting, and no one really wants to tackle it to try and make it a little easier for everybody. So this is how we are going to do it. So if you have questions, contact us. I had talked to Jim earlier today and asked if there was any statements or things that the city sends out that we could go ahead and put flyers or something in there too to notify people. So.
And you talked about putting it on the website.
Yes, our website and yours, and wherever else, even like the chamber and that. I usually send all our election stuff to the chamber too to post. So other, everybody would be informed. And, so if you have any other ideas too, let me know. That that's what we're looking at doing, or what we are going to go ahead and do. So.
Sounds like very efficient.
We hope so. We will have, when we're done with the April election, 4 elections in 10 months. That's a lot of elections, but it's democracy at work, and that's what we want people to get out, and we want them to vote. And we try to make it as easy and efficient as we can. So, if you have questions or anything on it, please call our office. Or if you have questions now. I know it's a lot to put out there, but.
Thanks for the information.
Well, thank you for allowing me to do this too.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Brian, if I'd known, I forgot about you being on the council. I could have talked to you today about it too.
Good.
Thank you.
Take care now. Well, that's coming up shortly. Moving on to the agenda. Consent agenda has 2 items. Goes over.
I'd make a motion to pass the consent.
Motion by Ryan, second by Kelly. Roll call, please.
Giovanini,
Yes.
Eckhoff,
Yes.
Callis,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
Gaber,
Yes.
Willie.
Yes.
Moving into the primary agenda, it's a short agenda. Thank you. We want to review committees and boards that we've initiated. The standing committees, finance, infrastructure, public properties, and service. We just redid these in October, so they're pretty current. We'd like to stress that we need to meet on a quarterly basis on committees, get more input, and had an infrastructure meeting this afternoon. So, but the other committees, as we're looking for more funding and different things, to get together to brainstorm and get more ideas out for everyone. Any corrections on the standing committees? Anybody see? Harold? Yes.
Fire
Yep. One of the reasons to review these is that I was on the webpage and several inaccuracies. So we just review them all and then to the web so that we have the accurate information.
The planning and zoning, Bill Cole's not there anymore,
Right.
right?
Info reading.
I think the library board's got some changes too.
Yep.
Oh.
Kurt, Bruce Turner died a meeting or so ago. John Willie and Larry Cromengate placed there.
Is Brett Graves still on the Foreign Fire Insurance Tax Board?
Pardon me?
Brett Graves? Is he still on that board?
On the foreign fire insurance
Yeah.
tax board.
Oh.
But, Andy Viston is still president. There is one board that we didn't put, in here. There is a tourism advisory board, which I don't believe has met for several years. There was a carryover from,
The old.
the old
Wow.
crowd
I
days,
didn't know they still worked. Or,
and,
That's the point. I don't think they
Yeah.
do. I don't think they've been in 10+ years.
yeah.
so I think probably just eliminate that, board.
God bless you.
Got my bra.
Any other corrections or changes? Otherwise, we put this to have the webpage updated and have the kind of information for everyone to see. Moving on from there,
My address is wrong.
oh, is it?
It's 420 West South.
People throwing water balloons at that other house.
Your mail, yeah, it's going to.
Sold it safer.
Okay. Because the other one's just empty.
Any other changes? If not, that will conclude the regular agenda. We'll go on to the mayor's comments. My big comment is, it was a really great holiday tournament. 91st annual. Jim Drenowitz did a great job in his final adventure. 29 years as the tournament director, and I think told that they had a huge increase in ticket sales this year, and the weather cooperated greatly. I told him,
Actually won a game.
yeah, opening round game. I told Jim his retiring from there does not get him off of his obligations to the city boards and so on. He told me he would be glad to serve more time. City council comments. Anything exciting?
I thought the city did a nice job with the streets downtown when we had snow.
Too. Yeah. Just met Chris. They worked 24 hours and did a great
Nice
job.
job.
Just glad we didn't have more. City administrator.
I missed the snow, and I was alright with that.
Wait.
But I'm going to yield my comments to Liz. She has a pretty interesting Rose Bowl tidbit for us.
Did anyone happen to watch the Rose Parade yesterday? Yeah? Did you see us? Fantastic. So in Joy, Illinois, the State Tourism Board, or State Tourism Office, sponsored a float for the Rose Bowl Parade this year. Mary's going to show a clip here in just a second of it. But I have to say, I'm pretty excited. Our Pontiac, you'll see it here in just a second, was the representation that they chose for Route 66. So go ahead and play that, Mary. Big Abe. See it? So it has different representations from all over the state. Like, there we go. Yeah. This is a part of their Middle of Everything campaign, which launched with Jane Lynch earlier this year, and this is part of that campaign. I read an interesting fact. That's Grace Kinsler. She's was on American Idol, and she's an Illinois native, so that was pretty cool. And here's when it was actually in the parade. Mary's going to show that part too. So they estimate over 700,000 people in attendance and 300 million people watch it, is what I just read a little bit ago. That's a lot of eyes on Route 66 and on Pontiac, so I was pretty excited about that, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, Liz, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
Well, to counter on to that kind of with the shield, and I sent Liz a picture when we were in Europe last month. Doris Williams was with me, and Doris found at just kind of at the end of a day tour we were on, she found an apron in a store in Switzerland that had all Route 66 stuff on it, and our shield was the main attraction on the apron. So she bought the last one they had in the store and brought it back with her. But
We've got so much
it's pretty cool.
great publicity.
Yeah.
Huh. When you think about that float, how many other cities' names were even on that float?
Right.
I don't think there are any.
I meant to say 30 million, sorry.
The majority of stuff I saw was from Chicago.
Yeah.
I said 300 million, it's 30 million, but that's still a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
30 million, okay.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah, thanks.
One more comment?
No, sir.
Public comments. Have any public comments? Like to raise? Not hearing anything, we could have one of our shortest meetings in a long time. Not a record though, right?
I don't know, 7:17. I thought 7:12.
Really?
That's real. That's real.
So I think we beat in the 19, 20 years I've been here. This beat that.
What's the
With that
official
being
time?
said-
Move to adjourn.
Official time.
7:17.
Okay.
And I think the least one we had was 7:23.
Pretty sure that's when they won't always play the championship.
There
So
was one
motion
time
by,
we were gonna get
John
out
Willie.
early.
I know.
Something,
Second by Jamie,
something happened.
and everybody,
Public comment.
we are
Exploded.
adjourned. Thank you.
And that's